Hi friends. Today for social studies, I'm going to teach you about the country that is north of the United States of America called Canada. They are one of our neighbors. They're our neighbor to the north, and then we have a neighbor to the south, Mexico. So these are three of the bigger countries that are in North America, and North America is one of our continents. If you remember, we've been learning about the world, and there's 7 continents. And I'm going to show you those in a minute, and we're going to practice them. And I'm going to tell you and show you some things about Canada. Then on the website, I want you to look at the pictures I put on there and watch at least a couple of those videos, or maybe just one of them, but just take some time to learn a little bit more about the country north of us called Canada. All right, I'm going to share my screen so I can share my camera. All right, so the first thing I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to have to turn this, so I am sorry that I didn't have that set up correctly. Oops, now it's upside down. Okay, so this is a map of the world. And here is North America, okay? We live in the purple right here, the United States of America. So let's do our continents. Go ahead and echo me. North America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia, and down here is Antarctica. Very good. Now there's also 5 oceans that we learn about. There's the Pacific Ocean. Go ahead and echo. Very good. The Atlantic Ocean, the Arctic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, and down here, some people call this the Southern Ocean. We're going to call it Southern. Some people might call it the Antarctic Ocean, but we're going to call it the Southern Ocean. All right, so let me turn this because now we're going to learn about Canada. Oops, I think I'm going to have it backwards. Try to figure out the right way. Thank you for being patient with me as I figure out my book. All right, let me get to the first Canada page. So here is Canada, and here's on the map. So do you see this is the United States of America where we live, and right above us, all this blue, that's Canada, okay? Now, Canada is our neighbor to the north. The United States and Canada are friends. Both English and French explorers and settlers came to live in Canada. So they actually speak 2 languages there. They speak English like us, and they also speak French, which is from France, okay? And that is a language that some of us might learn and some of us might not learn. We can learn maybe another time how to say hello in French. On our visit to Canada today, we will hear some people speaking French and some speaking English. You might do that in the video. You might hear some French and some English, especially if you watch the Canada Day video. Canada is a member of the Commonwealth of Nations. That means they honor the King or Queen of England as their leader. And that's really cool because the King and Queen of England, they're really cool people. I wish I could meet them someday. You know, United States, we used to live in Europe where we had a king too and a queen, and then we moved over here and now we don't have a king anymore, we have a president. So that's something that's different. Canada has a king and queen that lives in England, and we have a president that lives in the United States. All right, so this is Victoria, and Victoria lives in Canada. She wants to tell us a little bit about Canada and why this place is so special to her. The first thing she wants to show us is this big waterfall. This is called Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is partly in the United States and partly in Canada. And I put a video on the website if you want to watch a couple friends go see this in person. The water comes from the Great Lakes and it goes over the waterfall. And there's actually 3 different waterfalls that make one big one here. And it flows to the St. Lawrence Seaway. These waterways separate the United States from Canada. From Niagara Falls Our friend is going to take us to the city of Toronto. That's right up here. This is the biggest city in Canada. Lots of cities in Canada look like cities in the United States with tall buildings. So look, this might look like a city that we have. And busy streets. We will visit the famous CN Tower, one of the tallest buildings in the world. It stands 1,815 feet tall. Do you see that big tall tower? That's huge. Have any of you ever been to the Stratosphere Tower in Las Vegas? This is even bigger than that. Canadians celebrate many of the same holidays that we celebrate in the United States, but they also celebrate some holidays that are celebrated in England. In May, they celebrate the birthday of the special former leader, Queen Victoria. Their celebrations include cookouts and fireworks and parades. And during the month of November, they wear red poppies on their shirts to honor the soldiers who have died during the wars. Kind of like we have Veterans Day to honor soldiers, okay? The flag of Canada is easy to recognize because of its bright red and maple leaf in the middle. So I have a picture of it on the website, but it has this maple leaf and it's red with white. Now, do you know that in North America, especially in the north, like in Canada and the northern states of the United States, that's where maple syrup first originated. The indigenous people there used to make maple syrup from the tree sap. I mean, they still do, but they were the first ones to do that. And so that's how we got maple syrup. And that's a maple leaf because they have so many maple trees in Canada. In the fall, the leaves of the maple trees all across Canada turn red. The Native Americans and early settlers learned that the sap of the maple tree was good to eat and made maple syrup. In the plains or open lands of Canada, farmers grow wheat and they sell the wheat to other countries to make foods like flour, bread, and cereal. Some police officers in Canada are called Mounties. In the Canada Day video, you'll get to meet a Mountie. Many years ago, these police officers wore hats and bright red jackets and were called Royal Canadian Mounted Police, or Mounties. The Mounties rode horses from place to place, keeping the peace between the settlers and the Native Americans, helping the new settlers and delivering the mail. Ooh, so the police even delivered the mail in Canada. Today, the uniform of hats and red jackets are only worn for special occasions, and the job of the Mountie is to protect and help the people, just like the police help us in the United States of America. They also love to play ice hockey in Canada. You can find moose in Canada. Have you ever seen a moose? They have moose in Canada. They have Rocky Mountains. We have some Rocky Mountains in the United States too, but these ones are different. And they have polar bears. You can see polar bears and lots of snow and ice in Canada. So those are just a few of the things that we can learn about Canada. Go ahead and watch and look at some of the stuff on the website and learn a little bit more about that wonderful country that is our northern neighbor, Canada. Thank you, friends, for listening and doing that little lesson with me. I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.